After the transfer saga between Vinicius Junior and Arsenal, the Brazilian winger is set to stay at Madrid with an improved contract offer. Reportedly on the table, the Athletic's Spanish football journalist Mario Cortajana told talkSPORT he expects Vinny Junior to stay at the Bernabeu.
Vinícius was using Real Madrid to have a better contract, a better deal with Arsenal, but the reality is that he's really attracted by Arsenal proposal because Arsenal have been working amazingly during months to explain the project, to put some good figures in the idea of signing him, and Vinícius has been paying a lot of attention to the Arsenal project, and at the same time, of course, he had to listen to Real Madrid, and actually he has heard Real Madrid, and Real Madrid have appeared in the meeting today at Madrid with a huge offer, with an improved offer, who shows how important is how important is Vinícius for the project.
So that's the Athletics' Mario Cortajana there out in Spain. It's not all dead in the water yet for Arsenal, Gabs. I mean, this is still ongoing. No, nothing been signed away just yet. But for Arsenal, then, if they miss out on Vinicius Junior, they've missed out on Morgan Rogers, Julian Alvarez, Ezri Konsa this summer. Yeah. Why is that? Why are the Premier League champions struggling to get their main men, their targets?
I think with, like, say, Konsa, it just depends what Villa's stance is. Villa might say, still trying to negotiate a new contract. We want to wait maybe till next summer, see what happens. But Alvarez was never going to come. Real Madrid and Barcelona have tried to get Alvarez, and Atletico Madrid have been really stubborn and saying he isn't going anywhere, which I do like about a football club. But the Vinny Junior one was a audacious attempt, to say the least.
Big word for you.
I've been learning this book that I've been reading. I've got these big words in. I'm trying to keep them in my brain. No, but it was always going to be tough, Shebahn. Like, Vinny Junior leaving Real Madrid to come to Arsenal, it just doesn't sound right. As Arsenal fans might get angry, I'll say it, but, like, imagine Neymar Jr. at Barcelona. He's not going to leave Barcelona for Arsenal. They're always going to come to an agreement. Real Madrid aren't going to let a talent like that at 26. Do you know what I mean? What's he worth on the market? I know he's got a year left, but what's he worth, Vinny Jr.? Over 100 million easily. Real Madrid are never going to let that go, and Vinny Jr. in his mind won't want to leave Real Madrid. Imagine the crowds in Brazil, the people that love Vinny Jr. because he plays for Real Madrid. I just can't see it.
Well, that is interesting, because it was my understanding that it was if he wanted to leave Real Madrid. There's never been a he wants to leave Real Madrid.
He's not said it, has he?
He's looking for the right offer. He's looking at Mbappe going, can I get money close to that? Can I get a deal close to that?
Of course.
And if they're not going to give me what I deserve, then yes, I would be interested in what Mikel Arteta is doing. And don't get me wrong, Arsenal are a massive club, and they are on the verge of winning the Champions League. They're looking to go back-to-back Premier League champions. They absolutely can, right? They can. So, and I think he would get them over the line. But he's Vinicius Junior.
It's just, I just look at the whole deal for Arsenal, and I look at it as well, Shebahn. You got to look at, like, Saka, Rice, Saliba, Gabriel. If he starts coming in and, like, his whole deal's worth £1 million a week with all bonuses and everything, then just.
But Arteta wants him.
I know, but, like, does it ruin?
But he's Vinny Junior.
I know, but
you'd have gone into clubs where people were higher paid than you.
Yeah, but not to that level. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't when they've just won the Premier League. Saka, Rice are looking at themselves saying we're world-class players ourselves. They're not going to accept someone on 3 times as much as them. Arsenal
fans will be having this discussion this morning. 03717 722 3334. By the way, our Laura Kirk-Francis.
Yes.
Because we've seen her the whole summer as another target, just didn't quite go over the line.
Yeah.
She was on the Transfer Insiders last night, and she had this to say about Arsenal's performance and being gutted about not to get Vinny Junior.
The dream was alive. I think that's one thing that I will take away from this as a slightly pessimistic Arsenal fan. What? When I first saw the announcement that we'd agreed these really vague statements that we get during a transfer saga, I thought, no, this is silly. You know, I am old enough to remember the Benzema summer where we all thought we were getting Benzema. We all thought we were getting Julian Draxler. I know a silly transfer link when I see one, but clearly I don't, because this has been a concerted effort on Arsenal's part to bring this player to the Premier League. It's not a frivolous bid. It's not just throwing our hat in the ring. They have worked together to a bid that is bigger than what Real Madrid have offered here. Obviously, they are the incumbent though, and I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame for the Premier League, but we move on, and I look forward to booing him should Real Madrid come to the Emirates.
Laura Kirkbrand is
Incredible,
there.
isn't it? Honestly.
What, that the hope was alive?
Yeah, but Arsenal fans are so deluded. Like, the hope was there, but like, I was saying it off air, wasn't I, Shebahn? It's like when I was younger, and I used to DM Rihanna, asking her to come to the Ball Ring in Birmingham for a tour. That's on level with Arsenal Football Club, thinking they've got a chance of getting Vinicius Junior from Real Madrid. Like, Arsenal will only sign players from Real Madrid where, like, they're coming to the end and they're not at their best. Like, Real Madrid. You don't leave Real Madrid unless you're going to, like, PSG, like players might do. Look at Neymar leaving Barcelona because he was going to get crazy money. Or Saudi. I don't see Vinny Junior coming to the Premier League. Not even Manchester City. Not even Chelsea. Not even Manchester United. They're not big enough for Vinny Junior.
It sounds like they had a night to forget as well last night in Dublin with a pre-season friendly. Lost 3-1 to Real Betis. But it's pre-season. It means nothing.
Okay.
It means nothing, Gabby. Arsenal fans, please have your say this morning. Are you concerned by this quiet window? Did you get your hopes up with Vinicius Junior? And actually, are you good enough? Are you a big enough club to go and get Vinicius Junior?
I don't think so.
Arsenal fans, Gabby has called you deluded for ever thinking you were going to get Vinicius Junior. Is that fair? Good morning to you, Kirk. How's things?
Oh, fine. Shebahn, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Kirk, do you agree with Gabby? Are Arsenal fans a bit miles off it here, thinking you were getting Vinny Junior?
Absolutely not.
I agree.
Gabby, I'd like you to think about this, right?
Okay, mate.
Arsenal, hi there, how are you doing? Arsenal have actually beaten Real Madrid twice, home and away last season, right? In the Champions League, right? Vinicius Junior sat there looking at this and thinking to himself, we're nowhere near winning the Champions League. Here is a team that has got a very good project, right? And they're coming in and they are interested in me. Do you know that his ears were pricked up? He really thought, you know what, this is an option. And you cannot sit there, saying that Arsenal fans are deluded. There's no delusion at all about this. Arsenal are very, very serious. And the other thing that you know what, you do go on about is that, Arsenal defensive and this set piece thing and everything that from last season. Do you know that Arsenal are actually in the process of trying to correct all of that? It's building blocks. And Arsenal are coming good with all these building blocks in place. Arsenal are actually coming good, and they're becoming a very, very attractive club.
Do you not think?
Well said,
do you not think Vinny Junior is looking at Real Madrid and saying, okay, Dumfries, Cucurella, Canate, they're looking like a more balanced team to win the Champions League now?
But they've also now got Mourinho, and we all know what Mourinho's like. And also, Vinny has actually had his own issues with Mourinho as well. That is also a known fact. So how do you think Vinny will actually think about that? Now, I do think that, you know what, when a team actually changes a lot of players, right? Like you're saying Cucurella's gone there and you know what I'm saying? There's also risk in that in itself.
Thank you,
Arsenal have been very steady all the way through, and their building blocks are very intact, and it's very visible. Now, I'm not sitting here as a deluded gunner, as you call us. I see things for what they really are.
Okay, Kirk, thank you so much for your call. Yeah,
Run out of battery.
they've got the hope as well. They've got the hope that they're going to get a world class player. And they do say it's not because you make a good point.